Hello students, good morning everybody, welcome back to the class. Okay, so the last class we have discussed about the political system. Okay, so in the last class we have completely discussed about political system. So in this class we will discussed about what are the features of Indian political system. Okay, what are the important features of Indian political system? Today's class we will discuss about it. Okay, children. So in this point, what are the features of Indian political system? In this Indian political system, first we'll study about political party. What is the main role of political parties? And then we'll start about the feature of Indian political system. Okay. So we are going forward. So today's topic is about the system of Indian political system. Okay. In this topic we'll discuss forward. Okay. First we'll go forward. So, children, we know that for successful democracy, political parties are very, very important. See, in every democratic country, without political party, in every democratic country, if democracy is there, political parties must. In every democratic country, political party is very, very important. Okay. Without political party, democratic country cannot function by its own. Okay. To function the country, to run the country in terms of administration level, to run the countries for development activities, to implement development activities, to implement various rules and regulations, to implement policies. We need government, but government how it will form? By political parties the government can able to form. So without political party, a democratic country cannot functions. Okay, to function, democratic country is just like a wheel we can find. Democratic country is just like a car. Okay, to run the car we need a driver. Similarly, we need a political party, okay, which act as a drive. Okay, so that political party is what it will do. It will lead the country towards development path. It will lead the country toward development goal, etc. Okay, so similarly, how a driver is running the car. Similarly, to run the car is considered as a nation. To run the nation, we need a political party. Political party is very, very important for every democratic country. This is the first point. Second point, if you see, political parties are very important. Particularly, there should be more political party. If there is only one political party, then that will be considered as one party dominant. So in every country there should be more political parties. If at least 2 or 3 political parties will be there, then that country can be called as democratic country. Okay, this is also one point. Next we'll go forward. For these political parties will alert the people. They will alert the people. Okay, particularly the opposition parties will alert the people. If there are 2 parties, opposition parties will alert the people about, okay. So these political parties will try to create awareness among the people about various issues. They will bring awareness among the people. If they wanted to create awareness about, for example, population. For example, in India the population is increasing. So to control the population, these political parties will create awareness among the people, okay, about family planning program. If there is any family planning program, they will create awareness. They will create awareness about different issues. Okay, so political parties are very important. They will motivate the people. Sometimes they will create awareness among the people. Okay, so they will provide information to the people about various activities. Okay, so one activities I explain you population. So these political parties will create awareness among the people about family planning program. This will create awareness among the people about Swachhata Yojana is there. Okay, Swachh Yojana is there. So to make our country clean and green, political parties only plays important role. They will create awareness among afforestation program. They will create awareness about cleaning India program. So different type of awarenesses are there. Political parties will bring awareness among the people about different issues. Okay, next, these political parties will represent the people's problems to the government. Particularly when we are talking here about political party, we are talking about opposition party. Sometimes the political parties are very important. If there is one opposition party, these opposition parties will bring all the problems. Grievances means whatever the problems people are facing, the political parties will bring all the problems and they will represent in front of government and they will ask the government to solve this problem. Okay, for example, parliament is there. In parliament, there are different peoples, different MPs. What they will do, they will bring different type of issues from the local areas, and they will request the government to solve the problems. That is the only role of political parties. So, what are the problems the society is facing, or what are the problems which will appear in the future? So, to these problems, they will represent in front of government, in front of parliament. Okay, they will represent all these problem in front of government, and they will ask the government to solve the problem. If, for example, if there is no opposition party or political party, can they able to represent that problem? Okay, no. So similarly, for example, this area is there, local area. This area is facing a problem of, imagine that water problem. So here the local self government, what they will do, this, okay, they will inform to political party. These political parties will represent these problems in front of government to solve the problem. So for example, I have given example that. So political parties, what they will do, MPs, each and every MPs are belongs to one constituency. They will note out what are the problems which are going on in the society. So this problem, whenever the parliament will be in session, these people, what they will do, they will represent all the problems in front of parliament. They will ask the government to solve the problem. So that's why political parties are very important. Now these political parties will contest elections, and they will compete with each other. They will make competition with each other. Children's competition is very important for every democratic country. Imagine that if there is only one party, that party, if there is no other party, if there is only one party, there will be no development in the country. No other parties can point out the weakness, no other parties can represent any problems in front of government. Okay, so then the country will not develop. Now, for example, I will give the best example. If you see the Russia, in Russia there is only one party, Communist Party. In China, when you are saying there is only one party, Communist Party. So there, if you see, if there is no opposition party, then the other opposition parties cannot criticize the government. First thing is that they cannot criticize the government plans, they cannot criticize the government policies. Okay, and they cannot bring all the problems in front of government. That's why there should be at least two parties. So one political party and one is government, ruling party. Okay, so this is the main thing. So these political parties which are there in India, they will make competition with each other and they will get power. And to make competition, they will provide different type of schemes, they will provide different type of facilities. Their facilities also will increase. Okay, they will say that my party is providing this many schemes, so please vote me. My parties are providing this many schemes. So like this, what will happen? People will get more benefits. If there is only one party, that party will not form any type of schemes and policies. Okay. So if two parties will be there to make competition and to win votes, what they will do, they will issue different type of schemes, different type of activities, different type of program. Okay, so who will get benefits more? People will get benefits. So they will make competition with each other. In order to create competition and in order to increase the votes, they will create different welfare measures. Okay. Now political parties, imagine they will promise the people about election manifesto and make effort to implement it. So every political parties will maintain some manifesto. Okay, every political parties have their goal. So before starting, okay, before conducting election, before starting the election, the political parties will prepare their manifesto. What is the main goal? Some political parties has a manifesto, employment for all. Okay, some political parties have different manifesto. For example, one political party has given manifesto to provide employment for 1 lakh people. So this is one manifesto, to provide employment for 1 lakh people. So after winning this political party, they will try to implement that manifesto. So every political parties will prepare the list of manifesto. Manifesto means if they will come to power, what are the activities they will fulfill. Okay. So every political parties will prepare the manifesto, and each and every political party's aim is to implement this manifesto. So every political parties will try to implement their own manifesto. This is one part. So each political parties have their own policies, each political parties have their own ideology and program. Policies are nothing but principle of action which are adopted. Any type of principle of action which are adopted, that is called as policy. For example, Forest Policy Act. To develop the forest, the government have started Forest Policy Act 1988. that is one policy. If you wanted to fulfill your goal, so government will make some action in the form of program will be adopted, that is called as policy. Second thing, ideology. Ideology means ideas of political thoughts, that is called ideology. And third thing is program. Okay, so these are the important political parties. Every political parties will issue their policies. Every political parties have their own ideology, and every political parties have their own program. Okay, now if you take an example, political parties are mainly classified into two types: national party, regional party. So political parties is called national party, regional party. The party which was formed at national level, that is national party, and the party which was formed at state level, that is called as regional party. National party, when we are talking about national party, BJP party, okay, Congress party, all these parties, there are many, Samajwadi party, Bahujan Samajwadi party, CPI, Communist Party of India, all these parties comes under the category of national party. And when you are talking about regional party, Telugu Desam party, TRS party, Telangana Rashtra Samiti party, okay, so Prajarajyam party. So like that, small the parties which are mainly formed in the state level, they comes under regional party. How can you justify whether that is a national party or regional party? For national party and regional party also definition were given. If any party have secured 6% of seats in Lok Sabha election, if any party have in 4 states, for example in 4 states, if any party have secured 6% of seats in Lok Sabha, then that party is called as national party. Okay, there are many parties are there. If any party have secured 6% of seats in 4 states, then that party will be called as national party. Okay, now state party, what is meant by state party? If any party have secured 6% of seat in state legislative assembly, then that party will be called as state party. Okay, so if any party have secured 6% of seats, okay, 6% of state legislative assembly seats, then that party will be called as state party. So this is a definition between the two parties, national party and state party. National party means if any party have secured 6% of seats, 6% of seats if they have secured in 4 states, okay, they should be recognized in 4 states, then that party is called as national party. State party means the state party which have secured 6% of seats in state legislative assembly, then that party is called as state party. Okay, so this is nothing but the aim and this is the meaning and the ambitions and aims of political party. Now for example, first important function, if you see political party's first important function in democratic country, okay, features of Indian political system. First one, we are multi-party system. In India we have many party systems. Okay, since before independence we are many party, but over the decades, okay, up to 1970, if you see, one party have dominated in our Indian democracy. Indian Congress party have dominated. One party dominance is nothing but if one party every time if they are winning the elections, every time that party will win the election, that party is called as one party dominance. From 1947, if you see, 1947 to 1967, 30 years, if you see, one party have dominated. Congress party have dominated, because in these 30 years Congress party have never lost any elections. Okay, first time in 1967 the Congress party have lost the elections. Okay, then one party dominance were broken. Now if you are talking about 1990s, there are many parties were formed. Okay, under the representations or to represent India, there are many political parties were formed. In 1990 there are many political parties were formed. So in 1990 when we are talking, there was an emergence of multi-party system. Okay, so in 1990, after 1990, one party systems were completely broken. Okay, and the rule of Congress was completely ended. Now if you see that there are 6 strong national party. At present there are 6 strong national party, but before if you see 30 to 40 years, there is only one party which have dominated the political system. So this is good, because now if you see 1990 the one party system was broken. Now we are leading towards a democratic country. First features of democratic countries, they should be the many parties. Okay, and here if you see that now at present 6 national parties and 53 regional parties are there in India. Okay, overall if you see there are 6 national party, strong national party, and 53 regional parties are there all over India. So we can say that in India there are multi-party system. There are many parties. If there is many parties in our country, that country is called as multi-party. Okay, so this is the point. Now if you see that what are the features of Indian political system, what we have discussed once again. Okay, so first we have discussed that for successful functioning of democracy, political parties are very, very important. Second thing, we have discussed that political parties will bring alert to the people. Sometimes they will alert the people about various challenges. Population, for example, pollution is there. Okay, they will alert the people about pollution. They will alert the people about social problems. Sometime they will alert the people about the ruling party also. Sometime they will create awareness among various issues. Okay, they will bring the awareness among the issues. Okay, they will enlighten the people. They will bring different type of awareness among the people. What's going on in the society, how development is taking, how the government is developing. Okay, how much the government is working. Regarding all the government awareness, these political opposition parties will create awareness among the people. Every political parties will represent whatever the people are facing the problems. All these problems they will represent in front of government, opposition and political party, and they will ask the government to solve the problem. Every political parties will make competition with each other to come in power, and in terms of competition they will increase different type of schemes to attract the citizens. Different type of policies they will implement, they will issue different type of schemes, and they will issue different type of programs to attract the citizens towards their party. Every political parties will promises the people before election. They will prepare a manifesto, list of manifesto they will prepare. Okay, manifesto is nothing but if this party will come to power, what are the important work they will do. Okay, their goal, their aim. A manifesto is nothing but goal and the aim of different political party. Some political parties have manifesto like creating 1 lakh job. Some political parties will have manifesto for development of schools. Like that, different political parties have many manifesto, a list of program that is called as manifesto. So these political parties before election they will create their manifesto, and they will try to implement this manifesto if they will come to power. Okay, if they come to power, they will implement that manifesto. Each and every political parties have different policies, they have different ideologies, and they have different type of programs. Political parties in India, if you see, they are mainly classified into national party, state party. The parties which are at national level that they are contesting, they were national party, and the parties which are formed at state level, they were state party. A state party can become national party, that depends upon total votes. If any national party have secured 6% of seats in 4 states, they should be recognized in at least 4 states. First thing, every party should, national party, when you become the national party means you should be recognized in 4 states. First thing, and in that 4 states, total number of seats you have to secure how much? 6% seats. So if you can able to win the 6% seats, okay, then that party is called as national party. In state party, same thing. If any party have secured 6% of seat in state legislative assembly, then that party is called as state party. Okay, this is the definition of national and state party. For example, national party, when we are talking BJP, Congress, SP, BSP, Communist Party of India, these all things comes under the category of national party. Regional party, when we are talking TDP and TRS. Okay. Multi-party systems, if you see there, when we got independence in 1947 to 1967, there is only one party which have dominated all the political party, and that is Congress Party. During that time, most of the parties were very weak in front of Congress, and this Congress Party have dominated elections up to 30 years. But now, after 1990, the dominance of one party system was broken. One party system means every time this party only used to win the election. Congress Party have never lost any elections from 1947 to 1967. 1967, the Congress Party have lost some elections in the state. 1977, the Congress Party have lost completely the election in center. First time the Congress Party was defeated in the central level in 1977. During this period, Congress Party have defeated in central level. Janata Party have defeated Congress Party. Up to 1990, the Congress Party become very weak, and after becoming weak, there are different parties they emerged, such as BJP Party, Communist Party of India. All this party has become strong party. And now we can say that in India there is no dominance of one party system. Children, in democratic country, first important principle of democratic country political system is they should be having many party. If there is only one party, then that is not a democratic country. Okay, that is one part. So complete and pure democracy means there should be many party. America, if you see, they have two parties, republics, democrats. Every country have two parties, but there are some countries they have only one party, but that is not completely democracy. So for example, Russia. In Russia there is only one party, Communist Party. China, there is only one party, Communist Party. That's why that is not complete democratic country. If you complete democratic country, they should have many parties. So 1990 onwards, if you see, there are many parties emerged, and that party now it have nearly 6 national party, and there are nearly 53 regional party. Okay, that is one point. Before 1947 also there are many parties, Swatantra Party, Socialist Party, Bharatiya Jana Sangh, Bharatiya Lok Dal. But Congress Party have only dominated up to 30 to 40 years of political system. Congress Party have dominated, but the dominance were completely weakened from 1990. Okay, children. So this is about the point. Next class we will continue the same topic, feature of Indian political system. Thank you very much.